Destiny was a game that I was so excited about back in 2013. I had been a massive MMORPG fan since 2010, so when Bungie announced Destiny, I couldn't help but be thrilled. Finally, there was a company that was going to give us the MMO-like experience on a console. At this point, I didn't really have an interest in any other MMOs like World of Warcraft, and only stuck with my main MMO, Star Wars: The Old Republic. So a modern first-person looter shooter with MMO elements really got me excited about what Destiny could offer. And I mean, after all, this is what Bungie decided to focus on after they gave up Halo. So it had to be something worthwhile, right? Right? In today's video, we're going to be looking at my personal rocky relationship with Destiny and seeing if I will ever return to the game in the future. I played a lot of Destiny 1, and if I had my own footage here to show, I definitely would, but I had just turned 17 at the time when the game released, and I didn't have a capture card from my Xbox that worked anymore. Destiny's launch was rough, to say the least. It had a story that didn't really make a lot of sense. You all know the famous line from the Exo Stranger.
Who are you?
Why have you been watching us?
I don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain. I will. I know.
Absolute classic. As rigid as the story was, I was able to follow it and get excited about what the future held for Destiny, but that wasn't what kept me interested. It was the gunplay. One of the major selling points of Destiny was that the gameplay from a weapon perspective was rock solid. With unique weapon types and looks, it felt like every gun handled differently, and the reaction from enemies being hit made it all the more real and immersive. I remember running around Old Russia and the Cosmodrome for hours just shooting things because, well, it was just fun to shoot things. Definitely gonna be on a list now, oh my god. Though sadly, even though the gameplay was good, I found myself putting down Destiny before the first two DLCs released, but that wasn't where my story ended. For many Destiny fans, this part will probably resonate with you. When the trailer for Destiny's first major expansion released, I was back on board. The Taken King. We all remember that trailer.
Great. Now I'll never remember all your names.
Finally, we had a big bad enemy to face, not some random darkness. We got new subclasses, and as a Warlock main, yes, shut up, make your jokes right now, I don't care. I was excited to have something new to try. The Taken King was prime Destiny for me, and I think many other players would feel similar. After that release, it felt like Destiny had the complete console MMO light experience. I played so much of this expansion, I'm somewhat ashamed of how much I played. Yeah, but that's what happens when you turn 18 and can do whatever you want. I didn't mind grinding for better rolls on guns, the gameplay loop felt rewarding, it was just a great gaming experience. So if the Taken King was so good for me, what happened? Well, I went back to other MMOs, and I'm sure someone's probably thinking that Destiny was never designed to be an MMO, and I agree, but I think Bungie took all of the properties from MMOs and streamlined it. From the grind of slightly better gear to the cosmetic cash pit that is the Eververse shop, Destiny really had all of the MMO classic experiences, but done in a way that was a little bit faster and gave you somewhat more of a casual feel. But for some reason, I just couldn't play day in and day out. And the main reason why I would log in to play was the Crucible. PvP is my favorite activity in most games, and that's what I would mainly do in the MMOs that I played. And Destiny PvP was solid most of the time. And just when I thought I wouldn't come back to Destiny, they announced Destiny 2.
Battle stations! Everyone with me, now!
Back in early 2017, Destiny 2 promotional content was leaked and then an announcement was made shortly thereafter. I hadn't been paying attention to Destiny that much since 2016 or so I was really hyped about the announcement. I thought that they would finally be able to bring what I thought I would have gotten with Destiny 1, and I think a lot of other players shared that same hope and belief. I was able to play the beta for Destiny 2. I even tried to start a channel where I exclusively covered Destiny, so there's probably videos on screen of some of those cringe moments in my life right now. Bungie had gone all out for this promotion. Apparently, they had learned the lessons from the failures of Destiny 1 and were looking to wipe the slate clean and bring back some players. Everything was going well until the release date. Not unlike most people who played Destiny 2 the very first day and the following weeks, I actually found myself enjoying Destiny once again. The new story seemed cool at the time. I liked the new locations and weapons, but there were still problems. And I could look past the bugs and weird gearing, but I ended up reaching max power and playing the Crucible, the real Destiny endgame. I'm just kidding, if you like raids and stuff like that, that's cool too. I did a couple of those back in my time. But once again, after a few months, I was done with Destiny 2. It had failed to keep my attention once again, but I would always come back for each new expansion. Like, okay guys, I know Curse of Osiris was probably the worst expansion ever made, but it had really good music. Now before you comment, there will probably be some of you wondering why I haven't covered Bungie's many controversies surrounding Destiny 2. The main reason for that is that I just wasn't around enough for those things to affect my gaming experience with Destiny. Plus there are better people more equipped to talk about it, and I just wanted to cover my personal experience with the game. If you're liking this video so far, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. It's just me behind the camera here working on these videos, so if you like it, subscribe. But back to it. I loved the Forsaken expansion and played for about 2 years until Bungie made the one mistake that I still haven't forgiven them for: the Content Vault.
Where the missions and expansions and DLCs Bungie put in the Content Vault have been in there longer than they were in the game in the first place. Oh my God.
So first, with Destiny 2 Year 1, we have the Red War campaign in Gaul that was taken from us. We have IO in the NPC Asher that was taken from us. We have Titan as well as...
This is honestly the main reason why I still struggle with getting into Destiny to this day. The Content Vault was announced around Year 4 in 2020. It was sold to the player that they needed to do this for story purposes and for technical reasons. Destiny was just getting too big. Now, I'm not a game designer or developer, so I have no idea what goes on in things like this, but if we look at other games, particularly MMORPGs, it's very rare to see content like this removed from the game for the sake of a smaller file size. And there was definitely a little bit more to the Content Vault in this situation, but this was the main sticking point for me, and that was what they were running with at the time. This was absolutely one of the dumbest ideas in my opinion. They were essentially taking away expansions out of the game that I had paid good money for. Destiny expansions were never that cheap, but you paid for them because they generally delivered. Forget Warmind and Curse of Osiris, but taking away parts of the game that you've paid for is just insane to me. Forget the money aspect of this. I'm going to speak as though I were a player just looking to get into Destiny. I have no concept of what's going on in the story because so much of it has been vaulted. I can't go back and play through the Red War, the main base campaign of Destiny 2, because it was put into the vault to make room for new content. To me, that just seems like bad game design. You shouldn't have to remove content that players paid for to make room for the new content that you're going to charge them for as well. Destiny is one of the most lore-rich universes in gaming, but you can't even play it all. So if you want to learn anything about Destiny, you're gonna have to go onto YouTube and watch old cutscenes or watch lore channels. And I'm definitely not against going on a good lore binge. I've definitely watched my fair share of My Name is Bife and a Vase.
Greetings, Guardians. My name is Bife here.
But if watching YouTube videos is one of the main ways to get some of this knowledge, it honestly just makes me less interested in the game. I want to be able to explore all of that for myself and not watch everything be interpreted for me. Sometimes it's fun to watch well-crafted videos, but other times it's just fun to experience everything on your own, and you can't really do that with Destiny anymore. Okay, so I was about 88% done with this video, and then we got the huge Bungie layoffs, which makes the ending of this video hit home all the more. I definitely feel like I can trust Bungie moving forward.
I don't know you anymore. Anakin, you're breaking my heart.
The Destiny content vault makes me wary about getting into Destiny in its current state. And I'm not saying that Destiny 2 is bad by any means. From all appearances, the final shape has been an expansion that many people love. The last expansion that I bought was the Witch Queen, when I thought I was going to have a major Destiny resurgence. I ended up playing small parts of the campaign, but I never completed it. Because just as I was beginning to enjoy myself, I remembered that I had no idea what the heck was going on. And I didn't feel like taking the time to watch YouTube videos about a game that I'm trying to play from a story standpoint. The PvP in Destiny was one of the only things that really appealed to me throughout the game's lifespan, and part of me has been itching to get back into it, but after Bungie burned me and other players so many times, mainly with the content vault, I find myself just unwilling to put my trust in them. Now, I've heard some rumblings about there being a Destiny 3, and while I think that would be cool, I'll believe it when I see it. At this point, I don't trust Bungie to do what they set out to do originally. At least if they launch a new Destiny, I can start the story from the ground up, instead of trying to piece together the story through endgame cutscenes and lore videos. It's just not a good experience for someone who didn't keep up with Destiny, and it's definitely not a good experience for a new player because they have no idea what's going on. They end up getting overwhelmed, as I was, and I am not necessarily a brand new player to Destiny, which is a sentiment that has been mentioned by so many other people on YouTube and forums. Destiny is a good game from a fundamental gameplay perspective, and I'm not making this video to discourage anyone from trying it. I firmly believe that you should be able to try things for yourself and make your own opinion. Don't use this video to reinforce whatever opinion you have currently. While you can definitely try Destiny for free, I think that's as far as I would be willing to go at this point. Bungie destroyed my trust in them, and it's going to take a lot more than what they're doing currently to bring me back to the game, let alone give them one more penny out of my wallet. All this to say, I would love to get back into Destiny 2, but I just don't know if I can. I don't know if I want to dedicate that much time to a game that, if I sink money into it, will it be gone in a year because they vaulted it for something else that they're adding. Forget Destiny 2, if there is a Destiny 3, I imagine they might have a similar way of doing business. I see a lot of people enjoying themselves in the game, and I am very happy for you, and I want you to keep doing that. The closest thing that I've done with Destiny outside of working on this video has been watching Patty Cakes, one of my favorite PvP YouTubers, but even then, I just don't know about Destiny. I want to get into it, but I'm scared, and maybe it might be best for me to stay away until a Destiny 3 perhaps. What do you guys think about Destiny 2, and have you played it? If you haven't, are you thinking about it? And for any Destiny veterans out there, let me know what you think. Where are you at right now with Bungie and the state of Destiny 2? Thank you guys so much for watching my brief history of Destiny and how that pertains to my personal gaming experience. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe, and if you want to watch some of my other content, like how to find happiness in video games again, be sure to click right down below. My name is Noble. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.